as quickly as we can based on what the terms of that debt are.
1,400 crores. The figure that was there in the press release stated that in Q3 you were 1,744. So that is the first
I retired another 450 crores,
which is as a result of the restructuring package that you got.
350 crores.
Fair enough. One word on the BPO business now. Majority of the headcount has happened in that segment, and even in Q2 that was really the case, where a larger part of the headcount was in the BPO segment. What's the plans with that?
So if you really look at the BPO segment, I think what we're seeing is three things. One is emerging markets, specifically India domestic market. There's a lot of demand, and we have been able to successfully capitalize on that demand. And what is happening is that we are now helping operators across India and consolidating their operations. Most of our BPO operations are on a transaction kind of model, where we are able to consolidate by bringing in our best practices and help the customer achieve benefits. So, and that is finding traction in the market. So if you look at it, most of the headcount has increased, the revenue is a marginal decline actually. And the reason being largely is that most of these people are transitioning and training, and the ramp up will come in the next quarter and the quarter after that. And that's so BPO overall, domestic markets seem to be very strong. Internationally, I think what we're looking at is an integrated offering around IT and BPO.
Sure.
And recently we have had some wins where we have been able to successfully demonstrate that end-to-end capability, where we kind of control IT, BPO and our infrastructure piece. And we hope to capitalize on the market opportunities which come there as we go.
Inshallah, as they say.
Yeah.
Sanjay, while we are on Tech Mahindra as a con call, one word really on Mahindra Satyam. 1 year down the line, how is that panning out?
I think it's a question best directed at the chairman of Satyam and the CEO of Mahindra Satyam.
Sure.
If you want to ask me something specific, I'm happy to tell you.
Now, just in terms of, broadly, are you seeing clients now being more open to Mahindra Satyam as a company as opposed to what they would have been 1 year down?
Absolutely. I think they have arrested the departure of customers. In fact, from what I know, in the last couple of quarters, they've added 30-35 new logos. So clearly, in terms of customers still going away, I think that stopped. So I would say that Mahindra Satyam as a company people have got confidence back that they're in business, that their customers are there with them to stay. In fact, I think if at all the attempt at Mahindra Satyam is to get back some of the customers who may have exited at the time of uncertainty that happened at the beginning of this calendar year.
Right. Let me take an attempt at one more soundbite that you would have practiced. When does the integration happen, or when does integration would probably already have started? When do you integrate the two companies?
This one has not even crossed my mind, so soundbite I can't tell you about.
All right, but
it is. We think we will do. Eventually, we'll merge the two companies at some point, but I don't think there's a timeline that we know today. Secondly, what will make this integration simpler is the fact that both in terms of customers and capability sets, they are completely complementary. There's hardly any overlap. On top of that, you have senior management teams in both companies that are continuing to share best practices, exchanging people, exchanging practices. If you look at the senior management of Mahindra Satyam, half of them are very credible leaders from the Mahindra Satyam or the original Satyam company. Half of them are leaders that have gone from Tech Mahindra senior management. So overall, you should figure out that these people who've grown up together, played together, worked together, will end up creating a culture which will be very similar.
Of course.
And when you come into integrating companies and merging companies, the thing that makes a big difference is the culture.
Sure.
And I suspect by the time we get there where we are talking